Welcome to the Nightly Needle. Today I'm going to show you how to make this lacy square. To get started, there's a few things we're going to need. First, you will need a 3-weight yarn in one or more colors. I'm using Premier Everyday DK in the color linen. This project will take roughly 1.1 ounces or 86 yards to complete. You need a crochet hook size 4.5 millimeters, scissors, and metal darning needle. Let's get started. We're going to begin by making a magic circle. You're going to wrap your yarn around your fingers 3 times, insert your hook underneath all of the loops, and draw up the last. You're going to then chain 1 to seal the circle. Now you're going to chain 2 more to make our first double crochet. Working inside the circle, we're going to yarn over and insert our hook. We're going to draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through the last 2. This makes your second double crochet. So we're going to continue this until we have a total of 16 double crochets, counting that first chain 3 as the double crochet. Now that we have our 16 double crochets, we're going to cinch it tight. So an easy way is to insert your hook into the middle and pull the tail. The hook gives you a little bit of leverage to help you pull it more evenly. Sometimes you have to adjust a little bit and maneuver it until it cinches tight. Now that we've drawn the stitches together, we're going to slip stitch join to that beginning chain 3. This is going to seal the circle off so we can begin working in our rounds. We're going to begin this round by chaining 2. This counts as the first half double crochet. We're going to half double crochet into that same stitch by yarning over, inserting our hook, and drawing up a loop. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. In the next stitch, we're going to be working 2 half double crochets. We're going to continue working 2 half double crochets into each stitch all the way around. Now we're going to slip stitch join to that beginning chain 2. We should have a total of 32 stitches. This next round we won't be chaining. We're going to be working a half double crochet directly into the stitch that we're working out of. In the next stitch, you're going to also be half double crocheting. We're going to continue working half double crochets into each stitch all the way around. Now we're going to slip stitch join to that beginning half double crochet. Since we didn't work any increases, you should still have 32 stitches. In this round we won't be chaining, but we are going to be working in the back loops. So you'll need to half double crochet into that same stitch that you're working out of. Just make sure you're half double crocheting into the back loop. Now you're going to half double crochet into the back loops of the next 2 stitches. Then you're going to half double crochet 2 into the next back loop. Now you're going to half double crochet into each of the next 3 back loops. Then half double crochet 2 into the next. You're going to continue repeating this pattern all the way around. Now we're going to slip stitch join to that beginning half double crochet. You should end the round with a total of 40 stitches. To begin the next round, we're going to chain 4. Then we're going to double crochet into the same stitch that we're working out of. This is going to make our first V stitch. Then we're going to chain 1 and skip the next stitch. In the next stitch, we're going to be working another V stitch. This is going to be a double crochet, chain 1, followed by another double crochet, all into the same stitch. Now we're going to chain 1 and skip the next stitch. In the following, we're going to be working another V stitch. So again, you'll double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet again, all into the same stitch. We're going to continue working this pattern all the way around. You should end the round by skipping the final stitch. Then you're going to slip stitch join to the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 4. You should have a total of 20 V stitches. We're going to begin the next round by slip stitching into that chain 1 space of that beginning V stitch. Then we're going to chain 4. Now we're going to double crochet into the same chain space, making our first V stitch. We're going to chain 1, and then in the next chain space of the next V, we're going to work another V stitch. Again, we're going to chain 1 and work another V stitch into the following V stitch. I'm going to continue working this pattern all the way around. Now we're going to slip stitch join to that beginning chain 4. To begin the next round, we're going to slip stitch into the chain space of the first V stitch. Then chain 4. You're going to double crochet into that same chain space, making our first V stitch. This round we're going to be working some single crochets in between V-stitches, so you're going to chain 1, and in the space between the first V-stitch and the second, you're going to work a single crochet. Then you're going to chain 1. Then in the next V-stitch, you're going to work a V-stitch. Chain 1, and then in the space in between the one you're working out of and the next V-stitch, you're going to single crochet. You're going to continue alternating between V-stitches and single crochets all the way around. To end the round, you're going to slip stitch join to that beginning chain 4. You should have a total of 20 V-stitches and 20 single crochets. To begin the next round, you're going to slip stitch into that chain space of that beginning V-stitch. Then you're going to chain 2. In the next single crochet, we're going to work 3 double crochets. Chain 1, and then work a single crochet into the chain space of the next V-stitch. Chain 1, and then in the next single crochet, work 3 double crochets. Chain 1 and continue working these alternating single crochets and 3 double crochet clusters all the way around. You're going to slip stitch join to that beginning chain 2. You should end the round with 20 double crochet clusters and 20 single crochets. Begin the next round, you're going to chain 3 and make a double crochet into the same stitch that you're working out of. Then you're going to double crochet one more time into that same stitch, giving you your first 3 double crochet cluster. You're going to skip the next double crochet, and in the one after you're going to make your single crochet. This is at the center of the 3 double crochet cluster from the previous round. Then in the single crochet, you're going to make 3 double crochets. Skip the next double crochet and single crochet into that middle double crochet of the cluster from the previous round. You're going to continue alternating single crochets in the 3 double crochet cluster all the way around. Slip stitch join to that beginning chain 3. You should have a total of 20 single crochets and 23 double crochet clusters. To begin the next round, you're going to chain 2. We're going to be working in the back loop, so you're going to half double crochet into the back loop of the next stitch. You're going to half double crochet into each back loop of each stitch all the way around. You're going to slip stitch join to that beginning chain 2. You should end the round with a total of 80 stitches. To begin the next round, we're going to chain 4. Now we're going to double crochet into the same stitch that we're working out of. This makes our first V-stitch. Chain 1 and skip the next stitch. You're going to V-stitch in the following stitch. chain 1 and skip the next stitch. Then you're going to V-stitch in the following. You're going to continue this V-stitch pattern all the way around. Slip stitch join to that beginning chain 4. In this round you should have a total of 40 V-stitches. To begin the next round, you're going to slip stitch into that chain space of the beginning V, and then you're going to chain 3. This counts as the first double crochet. You're then going to double crochet 2 more times into that same chain space. This makes our first corner cluster. Skipping the V-stitch double crochet and working in the next double crochet, you're going to double crochet 1. Then double crochet into the next double crochet. You're going to double crochet into each of the double crochets across, so each of the tops of the V-stitches. You're going to do that 16 more times for a total of 18 double crochets. It's time to form the next corner. So you're going to skip the next double crochet, and working in that chain space of the V-stitch, you're going to double crochet 3. You're going to skip the next double crochet of that same V and work in the following. You're going to double crochet in 18 stitches down the side. You're going to continue working 18 stitches and then a corner all the way around. Now you're going to slip stitch join to that beginning chain 3. To begin the next round, you're going to slip stitch to the middle double crochet. You're going to chain 3, and this counts as the first double crochet. You're going to double crochet into the same stitch. Chain 2 and then double crochet 2 more times into the same stitch. This creates our first half shell stitch. Chain 2 and skip the next double crochet. You're going to double crochet into the next stitch. Double crochet into each of the next 17 stitches. Chain 2, and you're going to skip the next double crochet, and you're going to double crochet 2 into the following. This will be that middle double crochet of the cluster. Chain 2 and double crochet 2 more times into the same stitch. chain 2, and then skip the next double crochet and double crochet into the following. Then you're going to double crochet into the next 17 stitches, giving you a total of 18 down the side, and then you're going to work another corner. You're going to repeat this pattern all the way around. After your final double crochet, you're going to chain 2 and slip stitch join to that beginning chain 3. You should have a total of 72 double crochets and 4 half shells. To begin the next round, you're going to slip stitch into the next double crochet, and then you're going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space of the beginning half shell. You're going to chain 3. This will count as the first double crochet. Double crochet into the same chain space. Then you will chain 2 and double crochet 2 more times. This creates our first half shell. Now we're going to skip 2 double crochets, and in the chain 2 space, we're going to work 3 half double crochets. Then you're going to half double crochet into the next double crochet. Then you're going to half double crochet into the next 17 stitches. In the chain 2 space, you're going to half double crochet 3 times. Skip the next 2 double crochets, and in the chain 2 space, you're going to double crochet 2 times. Chain 2 and double crochet 2 more times into the same chain space. This makes our half shell. Skip the next 2 double crochets and half double crochet 3 times into the next chain 2 space. Then you're going to continue working your 18 half double crochets across. You're going to repeat this pattern all the way around. You're going to work your final 3 half double crochet into the chain 2 space, and then you're going to slip stitch join to that beginning chain 3. You should end the round with 72 half double crochets, 8 half double crochet clusters, and 4 half shells. To begin the next round, you're going to slip stitch into the next double crochet, and then you're going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space of the half shell. Chain 3, this will count as the first double crochet. Double crochet 2 more times into the same chain space. Chain 2 and then double crochet 3 more times into the same chain space. This is going to create our first full shell. Chain 1 and skip the next 2 double crochets. Then you're going to double crochet into the next 24 stitches. Chain 1 and skip the next 2 double crochets. In the chain 2 space of the full shell, you're going to work 3 double crochets. Chain 2 and work 3 more double crochets into that same chain space. Chain 1 and skip the next 2 double crochets of the shell. Then you're going to double crochet in the next 24 stitches. You're going to continue working this pattern all the way around. Slip stitch join to that beginning chain 3. You should end this round with a total of 96 double crochets, 4 shells, and 8 chains. Now it's time to fasten off. You're going to chain 1 and then you're going to snip your yarn, giving yourself just enough so you can weave in the ends. Pull your yarn through to secure. We're almost finished, so now we're going to use our darning needle and weave in the ends. Here's our finished square. I love how lightweight and lacy it is. It's going to be perfect for spring. I would recommend blocking it as it's going to help it retain its shape and make it easier to sew together. I think it's going to be the perfect addition to this crochet along series. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that it was helpful. And I really hope that you also join me in this crochet along. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what everybody's blankets look like at the end. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up as it really helps the algorithm. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time.